This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA.
The borough of Brooklyn. It's NBA basketball on DA. Well, a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Julius Randle. Barrett is out there with Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Gibson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Nets, Lance Thomas out there with Jarrett Allen. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the 1.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Now, here's Barrett. LeVert defending. Payton passes to Randle. New York needs to get off a shot. No good from Gibson. You talk about a player who is a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between the lines and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
Payton can't get it to go. Harris looking it over. Pass to Chiozza. Thomas. Not going to go that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter, just over a minute played. Payton passes to Barrett. That one goes. Count it.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Poked away. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
So it's the Knicks now. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Jarrett Allen.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the night here. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Chiozza. 11 points last game. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harkless kicks to Gibson. Randle passes to Gibson. Beyond the arc. And Barrett the bucket on the assist by Gibson. Barrett's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for New York. Harris finds Allen. Lays it up and banks it in. Allen's got his second basket.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jarrett Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
Here's Randle. Good D by Thomas.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Knicks also changing it up. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Maurice Harkless. LeVert in the corner. Tries from 10. Randle grabs the board. New York's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Payton passes to Randle. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his third assist on the night.
This, to me, is what you want from Elfrid Payton. Share the basketball, make your teammates feel good.
And Randall throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Brooklyn with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Thomas dishes to Allen. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Some solid defense from Robinson. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. A pull-up. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Johnson, the pass to LeVert. He dishes it to Harris. Robinson against Allen. Back to Harris. 5 on the clock. To the inside. Robinson with the block. And a fast break now for New York. Shoots. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Allen slams it in.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Passes it to Johnson. Offside Thomas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, this guy combines hard work and intelligence. Lance Thomas baits the defender into committing that foul.
First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good, Thomas. Both teams deciding to change it up. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, how about this guy? Undrafted after winning a national championship in college at Duke, Lance Thomas, one of those classic glue guys.
2 points. That one goes. And so it's the New York Knicks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Crawford out there with the Wahoo. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Caruge in at center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Kicks it out to Crawford. Now Johnson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's good. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Here's Robinson. That one falls. Robinson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's Temple. Ellington defending. Temple, the pass to Caruge. Kicks it out to Crawford. Shot clock at 2. Puts up a 3. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks leading by 13. Here's Knox. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Temple. Ellington defending. Temple gets the bucket. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Portis, the pass to Robinson. The rebound by Johnson.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Crawford, no luck.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
And you look at the cast-offs that have found success in Brooklyn, Doris, a great part of the Nets story.
And I think what the players appreciate is the team that gave them their first real shot to play significant minutes. That buy-in and urge to prove themselves a part of what makes their culture special.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Temple. Hits it from three-point range. Temple's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Ntilikina kicks to Ellington. Back to Robinson. New York moving it around. Pass to Knox. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Crawford. For 3, Ellington. And again, New York with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
There's the 3. Temple can't get it to go.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
The shot by Ellington, no good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Knox, the pass to Robinson. Back to Knox. Inside, Portis uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Knicks lead by 17.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Crawford. Rebounded by Knox.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Temple, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 9. That's all for now. Say good.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. Then it's Randall. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Harkless in at the 3.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Well, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide-open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Well, at 6'7" Doris, Karis LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Now, here's Bullock. LeVert defending. And Gibson kicks to Randall. 6 to shoot. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Oh, my goodness, you better step back when Jared Allen is that close to the cup. What a dunk.
And the pass to Randall. Here's Bullock. Pass to Harkless. Shot from 16. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris passes to LeVert. Nets passing it around from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Payton passes to Gibson. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Harris finds Thomas. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Passes it to Chioza. The 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Floats it up for Randall. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Kicks it out to Gibson. Picked his pocket. Left side, Harris. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. The Knicks leading by 20. Here's Payton. And he gets the bucket. Payton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, a nice, efficient finish for Elfrid Payton. Boy, that'll help your percentage, gentlemen.
40 seconds left in the third. LeVert with a wide open look. Hands it from downtown. LeVert's got 7 points in the game.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Back to Payton. From deep three-point range. Tries to keep it alive. The rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Banked in off the glass. He's got 9.
You've got to stay with LeVert in transition. I'll tell you, if you let him outrun you, it's going to be a long night.
Gibson dishes to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And here's Harris from the arc. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Johnson. Luwawu is out there with Carouche. Then there's Harris, and it's Allen in at the center position. Harris finds Johnson. It's rebounded by New York. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Barrett the pass to Randall. 13 feet away. And again, it's New York. Doris, when you watch the game now, bigs playing on the perimeter, who can really defend and hold their own outside the lane that you've seen?
Well, you think about a guy at the rim like Clint Capella, who is a great shot-blocking force. But in today's NBA, he's got to be able to guard the pick and roll, make the necessary switch. And because Capella has got great feet and because he can move laterally so quickly, he might be 6'10", 6'11", but he can get out and switch in the pick and roll. It is a thing of beauty to watch.
Right side, Portis. He can't get it to go. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Down low. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth.
Absolutely ferocious finish from Mr. Knox. Just salute him.
Nets trail by 19. Three-pointer. And the Nets, another 3.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. Ellington inside the three-point line. Drops one in from the wing.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
And Thomas, here we go. Yep, it counts.
Well, I think defensively, this is where Lance can surprise you, right? Thomas is a well-schooled player who can score off the drive.
Ellington with it. Now Thomas defending. From deep. Pass to Bullock. Here's Barrett. Robinson dishes to Randall. He kicks it to Barrett. This one for 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And, well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
Thomas, it's a wide open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bullock passes to Randall.
2 minutes.
And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. And then for New York, Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Reese Harkless comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Wayne Ellington.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Nets trail by 19. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Nets. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time as they're getting ready for the end of the season. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
So for the Nets, Hall's checked in for Allen. Anderson comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Musa in for Karis LeVert. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Damian Dotson comes in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for New York.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Julius Randle.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
To the middle, here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
One of Jared Allen's best qualities is his motor. That activity paying dividends with his scoring.
Smith outside. The pass to Dotson. From deep three-point range, but they'll get another chance. Gibson finds Harkless. No good on the three. Shoots. That's good. So no problem for New York as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. Beautiful look at down. And well, great DA, thanks. So the New York starting five, they've got Barrett. Julius Randle is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Payton. And it's Gibson in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Hornets, we've got Rozier. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at the 2. Now, here's Barrett. Back to Payton. From deep. The offensive rebound. Randle kicks to Harkless. Just 5 to shoot. Out to Payton. New York needs to get off a shot. New York with a new 14. From deep three-point range. Bridges with the steal. And here comes the break. Graham with the bucket.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Inside, it's tipped. And Barrett slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Washington, that's good. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
Now Bridges, after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Knicks with the rebound. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. Harkless the pass to Payton. Biyombo with the block. And they're able to recover. Passes to Barrett. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. The dish now to Randle. The putback. It's Biyombo with the rebound. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. Cody Zeller comes in for Biyombo. And Bacon subbed in for Terry Rozier. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Maurice Harkless. There's the pass to Washington. 2 points. That one goes. Washington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Charlotte making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Then for the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton. Robinson passes to Portis. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
If this speaks to how strong Portis is, it's obvious he enjoys showing off that muscle.
Batum scanning the floor. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Knicks with the ball. The Knicks with the lead. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. They get it back, and that one, good.
What intensity on the glass from Portis, a junkyard dog. He worked so hard for the second chance opportunities.
Graham, the pass to Zeller. Over Robinson. They grab their own miss. Washington. Batum wide open. He fired. Ntilikina with the rebound. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. Pass to Washington. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Here's Ntilikina. And the wing jumper offline.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Shot by Zeller, no good. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Bullock, good. So it's the Hornets now. 4-point game. Outside, Batum. Washington controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Over to the wing. Outside for Robinson. Here's Portis. And no good as it rattles out.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And still a close game as the first quarter. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams. But they did it very well.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Graham in at the point guard. Portis can't get it to go. Charlotte in the lead. And with Cody Zeller, he has a very workmanlike approach when he's on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's what Zeller is all about, playing a simple meat and potatoes type game. I mean, what he does won't show up in the box score, but it'll show up in the standings.
Here's Portis. Biyombo with the block. Here's Bacon. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's Biyombo. Here's Zeller. Pass to Rozier. Outside, Batum. To the paint. Biyombo kicks to Zeller. Over Robinson. It's good on the putback. Biyombo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hornets.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Here's Robinson following the bucket by the Hornets, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Then for the Knicks, Julius Randle's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Peyton in for Frank Ntilikina.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something that's rarely a good idea.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A different look for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Portis, and Harkless is subbed in for Wayne Ellington. The shot by Harkless, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Passes it to Bacon. 6 on the shot clock. Zeller against Randle. A 15-footer kept alive. Here's Biyombo. And Gibson sends it back.
And Gibson just out here to play hard defense, showing great awareness coming up there with that block.
Barrett, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing. In New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Kevin Knox is checked in for Harkless.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The pass to Washington. Hornets keep it alive. A second chance effort. And it's Graham missing. Knicks trail by 6. To the inside. Hayton. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Graham. No good with the triple. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Pass to Graham. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Graham's got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Payton's shot is off. Hornets leading by 6. Graham with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
Here's Payton. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
And we finish one half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just... And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for this.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Now, some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. Taj Gibson is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Barrett, and it's Payton in at the guard position. Now, here's Rozier. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. Harkless with the bucket.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Washington passes to Rozier. Here's Washington. He's defended by Randle. Count it. Washington's got 10.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive.
And you know what, Barry? And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now Rozier, after the missed three from Elfrid Payton. Basket counts. Rozier's got his second basket of the night.
A fantastic shot by Rozier. I mean, exactly the kind of shot you want him taking, but he's got space. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Hornets leading by 3. Graham surveying the floor. Pass to Rozier. Here's Washington. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his third assist on the night.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
A big body, the way Randall moves, draws a lot of fire.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Rozier. So New York going with almost an entire new grouping. Robinson's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in for Elfrid Payton. Here's Graham. He has 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, G.A., remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson, where he was a force inside. But that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
The Knicks making a switch here. Portis is checked in.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Here's Batum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, among the centers and power forwards of the NBA, these are the players with the softest touch around the bucket. Some terrific shooting percentages for the big men. You look at Robinson, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific sense and touch around the basket. He just finds ways to convert low post opportunities.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Knicks. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Outside, Batum. Lets it go. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Batum's got 4 points this quarter.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was good.
Here's Washington. He's got 12. Now here is Robinson out to the right wing. Now Bullock on the wing. Ellington. Here's Robinson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Robinson. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Knicks trail by 6. Back to Knox. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Robinson with the block. All going up court. And here's Bullock from the arc. The third quarter comes to a close. Hornets lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Bacon in at the small forward position. So that's the Hornets 5. Now here's Ellington. He kicks to Bullock. He dishes it to Robinson. Over Zeller.
See, that's a good thing about Zeller's defense. He doesn't gamble or bite on fakes easily.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Bucket is good, and it's 8 points for Nicholas Batum. Here is Ellington. Pass to Bullock. Now here's Portis. And when he comes off the bench, you know Bobby Portis is looking to make an immediate difference.
Oh, yeah, and Portis isn't shy about getting shots up as a reserve. He knows he is out there to stir things up and provide a different look for this team.
Peyton, he's checked in for Kevin Knox.
Now, whether Portis can make the leap is still up in the air. He's young and has the potential to be really good in this league.
17-foot shot on the way. Bank shot, no good.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
To tie it up. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
Here's Washington. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hornets lead by 4.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Peyton passes to Portis. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. And that's 10 points for Bobby Portis.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Batum. Got it. Good job in the low post.
The length Batum has allowing him to be effective. It's hard to match up against in these type of situations.
Robinson dishes to Bullock. A three-pointer, no good. Hornets leading by 4. Here's Rozier. Here's Zeller. He feeds it to Batum. Ellington grabs the miss.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Portis, the pass to Robinson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
Biombo is checked in for Washington. Then for the Knicks, Julius Randle's checked in for Portis. Harkless comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Barrett subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Now here's Zeller. And there's the pass to Rozier. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Randle throws it down.
As the game tightens up, that's when Randle seems to loosen up. Big bucket.
Now here's Batum. Not a lot of room. Kicks to Zeller. To the paint. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Harkless slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Batum. Bridges dishes to Biombo. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Barrett wide open. He fires. Randall on the follow. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Ooh, this is what makes Randall so special. His velocity on the boards is admirable.
Here's the lob to the hoop. It's rebounded by Payton. The Knicks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Randall throws it down.
That's a major league catch and flush right there. Randall's not a high flyer, but showing some explosiveness at the rim that time.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 1:16 left in the 4th quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Julius Randle.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I was able to catch the message James Borrego gave to his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thank you, David.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you, GA, but I've seen crazy things happen.
And stolen by Zeller. Inside, Washington. And just miss after miss right now.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But, GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
That free throw good from Randall.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Monk for 3. Hornets now working with the new shot clock. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
There's the feed to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Here's Bridges. That one a little long. So it's New York picking up the win. A solid win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if
The Knicks never looked better than they did earlier on, getting off the bus and getting ready for action. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. How is that for a... And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
So the New York starting five. Barrett is out there with Alfred Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Gibson in at the 5 down low. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. And in tonight's game, pride definitely burned at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it. Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Randle lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
The strength and the quickness, and now the confidence coming along as Randle's able to score.
That 3 off the mark. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Payton passes to Barrett, and Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. In the corner, Barrett with it. Passes to Gibson. Kicks it to Randle. Back to Gibson. Over Bryant. That misses off the backboard.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
To the middle. Here's Hachimura. Doesn't go for him. Randle with some nice D. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Shot from 12, and the shot goes in. So it's the Knicks now. The dish to Gibson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
Pass to Hachimura. Shoots from 8. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randle's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Bryant. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Wizards passing it around. Here's Brown, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on R.J. Barrett. Washington shooting their first free throws of the game, and he knocks down the first one.
Well, the big story from the Knicks last season was the surprise trade that sent Porzingis to Dallas. Shook up the entire roster.
Well, never easy to trade a franchise player, but there was some rumblings that maybe Porzingis was not going to stay there long term. And a surprise deal made last year as Porzingis exited New York for Dallas. So the next opportunity for them was draft and free agency, and to try to get as flexible as they possibly could be for the next few years.
Portis kicks to Ntilikina. 2 on the clock over Smith. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Pass to Knox. Outside Portis. There's the pass to Robinson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
And it's Bullock in the corner. They get a hand on it. Back to Robinson. Dishes to Bullock. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Wizards lead by 3, and the second quarter will be on the way. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability, so you try.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, the Wizards 5 right now. Brown out there with Wagner. Then it's Smith. Then it's Robinson. And it's Mahimi in at the 5 spot. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Kevin Knox. Smith, the pass to Robinson. Launches it. Headshot off. The Knicks go the other way with it. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Robinson kicks to Ellington. From deep three-point range, and another turnover here by New York. Since the All-Star break, this group has been on fire. Here are the field goal percentage leaders for the season's second half. You look at Robinson, a great player, second in the league.
His touch around the bucket has been outstanding. I mean, he has missed very few of the good looks he's got.
And Robinson comes to help. Brown the pass to Mahimi. Lets it go with a 3. The Wizards with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Bullock kicks to Ntilikina. Right side Robinson. Passes it to Portis. Here's Ntilikina. Fires from the wing. Excellent D that time from Robinson. It's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Ntilikina passes to Robinson, and the shot is good. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night. Wizards leading by 3. Portis brings the double team. Pass to Brown. Smith outside. The 10-footer. And off the glass. That one's good. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Smith. Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Wizards. 3-point lead. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
I'm watching Ish Smith watch his teammates. Great swing to the wide open man for the uncontested shot.
Ntilikina kicks to Bullock. He dishes it to Ellington. Pass to Ntilikina. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. Robinson misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Smith. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That's a brilliant way of running the floor on the break by Ish Smith. Just relentless coming down the floor on the dead sprint for the easy score.
Ellington with it. Brown's there. Ellington kicks to Bullock. Outside Robinson. And the pass to Ntilikina. And the 3 ball is good. Ntilikina's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Smith left side. Over in the corner, Brown. Passes it to Wagner. Here's the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That's his first foul. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. Randall passes to Barrett. Out to Payton. Shot clock at 5. The dish to Barrett. His 3-pointers off the mark. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq, a pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point. And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Well, you have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Mitchell Robinson.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it, too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
Tipping off the second half, here's David Fizdale's 5. They've got Taj Gibson. Barrett is out there with Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Randall in at the 4. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent. Something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing for you, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are two great names for them.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Payton kicks to Randall. Out to Payton. Takes the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Payton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Barrett, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Wizards leading by 3.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Out to Payton, over Napier. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Wizards making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Robinson's checked in for New York. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. Barrett wide open, he fires, but they get it back. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Wizards have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Hachimura, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Wizards lead.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Barrett the pass to Robinson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for Washington. Here's Bonga. Randall with some nice D. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Bullock. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Smith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Several teams changing it up here. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Fires from 18, and he hits the jump shot. Smith's got 7 points in the game.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
That shot wide open. And that's 10 points for Robinson.
Obviously a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Pass to Mahimi. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Back to Ellington. Out to the wing for 3. Bullock drills it from outside. Bullock's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Pass to Knox. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Ellington the pass to Knox. 4 on the clock. For the tie. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Robinson. And it's Brown in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Bullock with it. Robinson on him. Low block shot on the way. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. The Knicks making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Gibson. Over Bryant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Here is Bryant. Dishes it to Napier. The pass to Hachimura. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Hachimura's got 10 points here in the second half. Left side, Gibson. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Harkless, the pass to Knox. Kicks it out to Gibson. Bullseye.
Gibson got that shot off pretty quick there, ready to pull as the ball was approaching.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. And they're running. Here's Bullock. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Pass to Hachimura. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot. And the Wizards lead by 3.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Kicks it to Bullock. Feeds it to Gibson. Back to Bullock. That shot misses. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Hachimura. And he dumps it down.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Bullock passes to Payton. Cloak loose. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Hachimura. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shoots a three. The Knicks pull it in. Handle with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Hachimura. Second shot opportunity. Here's Bryant. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Bryant's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Randall. Gets the leaner to fall.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Bonga. Count that one. And the Wizards lead by 9.
Well, that's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Down low. Here's Hachimura. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Wizards.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And Washington going with a whole new group here. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Bobby Portis is checked in for Julius Randle. Damian Dotson comes in for Maurice Harkless. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. Smith outside. The rebound by Gibson.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
That's a 2 from Smith. Nice jump shot. Good.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate.
And so it's Washington easily.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your mic career by jumping.
The subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Allen.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
So the Nets starting five. Thomas is out there with Harris. Then there's Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point. And for the Knicks, Harkless is out there with Randall. Then there's Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Barrett at the two-guard. The shot by Harkless, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Chiozza. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
5 to shoot. Thomas passes to Harris. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Looking for Allen, he gets it there. He can't get that one to fall. And New York the other way now. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
Thomas, good.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Passes to Harkless. Allen against Gibson. He dishes it to Randall. Pass to Harkless. Some nice passing by New York here. Payton passes to Randall. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And too long on the shot.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. LeVert, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
What a tough make that was by LeVert. Refused to be denied, and great concentration.
And you look at Karis LeVert, Mark, out of Michigan, 6'7", and a tremendous athlete.
Kevin, he's one of my favorite players over the last handful of years coming out of college. He had some injury issues his last 2 seasons at Michigan, but he's an excellent two-way player. Outstanding energy and aggressiveness, and makes all kinds of plays at both ends of the floor and plays the game the right way.
Payton kicks to Harkless. Offline with his 3. Nets trail by 4. Here's Chiozza. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Back to Harkless. The pass to Payton. The shot by Harkless, no good.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Thomas passes to Allen. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Well, we've seen some defensive wizards among the NBA's freshman class this season. Let's now take a look at the rookie steal leaders. Third is R.J. Barrett.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Yeah, and I think it's a unique talent and instinct he has. I mean, timing out the dribble, seeing the pass before it happens. Really excellent hands when he goes to strip the ball, and I think he's only going to get better.
Here's Gibson. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Competent score from the mid-range. Actually, maybe his best part of his game. Gibson's solid at recognizing when that shot's available.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Thomas kicks to Allen. Lays it up and banks it in.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
It's stolen by Allen. Here's Chiozza. It's good. This game is all even. Chiozza's got his second basket of the night.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Here's Portis, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's a tie game in New York. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
So for Brooklyn now, Luwawu is out there with Caruch. Then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Crawford. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position.
You know, for a team like the Nets, building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Clark, you were talking about the Nets' player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development. The investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Wasted no time on that one. Caruch has got his first 2 points of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Luwawu. Up again. Robinson pulls it in. The Knicks with the lead. And it's Bullock in the corner. Back to Knox. The shot, no good. Nice D from Crawford. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Nets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Johnson, the pass to Crawford. From past the arc. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Temple, the pass to Crawford. And a miss there on the triple. The Knicks leading by 4. Mark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
The Boston Celtics.
Yep.
And the basket by Karuch.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Oh, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Back to Johnson. It's blocked. Now here's Ellington, guarded closely. Rebounded by Temple.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Robinson with the block. New York moving it around. And he's going up for the alley-oop. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
55 seconds left here in the second. Allen. The Knicks pull it in. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta. Ellington inside the three-point line. And the dunk by Robinson.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
For 3, Ellington. No good there. Nets trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, I love seeing Jared Allen in attack mode like this and overwhelming the defense. His mobility puts him in position to do that.
And he can't hit the second.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Allen's got 5 points so far.
Right there you see Allen going at the defense when he saw the opportunity. Dangerous player because of that.
But they recover it. And the first half is now in the books. It's the Knicks. They lead by...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the... And that'll...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Well, you have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
We've got Randall. Alfred Payton is out there with Barrett. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Gibson. 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
And you know, it's a bonus to have big men who pass it like this. Gibson, solid instincts there.
Here's Allen. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Payton can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Brooklyn turns it over again.
And taking a look at some of the stats here for Barrett. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. Averaging about 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. And Barrett slams it in.
And what I love about Barrett in transition, he can change directions at full speed.
Harris kicks to LeVert. To the middle. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Knox, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Now, here's Barrett. LeVert defending. Yep, that one goes in there. Payton's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for the Knicks.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Offensive rebound. Good on the shot. Allen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And good that time.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball to the post that time.
Here's Randall. And he drops it in from the low post. Randall's got 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Harris passes to Allen.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. How about the hops for a guy that long? Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
Back to Gibson. From 11 feet away. Doesn't go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Allen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Taj Gibson picks one up.
A stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
So New York ends up going with the new group.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Inside, stolen by Bullock.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Nets trail by 7. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Crawford. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Crawford's got his first 3 points of the game.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
The shot by Harkless, no good.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Here's Karuch. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Over to the wing. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Just 3 on the clock. He's off on that one. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Knicks lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Johnson is out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Crawford, and it's Caruge in at the 5 spot. Nets trail by 4. Johnson, the pass to Caruge. Makes it off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And that game against the Warriors, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Uncovered. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Harkless with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Ellington. It doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Thomas, and they take the lead. Thomas got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Allen drives in. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
There's the lob to Portis. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Stolen by Robinson. And now the Knicks on the break. Baseline J on the way. Rebound Brooklyn. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Temple the pass to Chioza. Back to Temple. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Passes it to Portis. Back to Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Bullock passes to Robinson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Offensive rebound, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Randall comes in for Portis. It's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Peyton in for Wayne Ellington. Here's Harris, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
And Gibson, here we go. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Shot left block. Chioza's shot is good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one. Man, what a shot. LeVert answering the call. After all he's been through, enjoying the moment. Well done.
Knicks trail by 4. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. It's stolen by Randall. Harkless the pass to Payton. And Randall throws it down.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
Allen against Gibson. And it's Allen with the jam.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And they double up Payton. He feeds it to Barrett. To the inside. Harkless finds Payton. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Harkless with it. Here's Barrett. Harkless on the wing. And another shot. New York with a new 14. Fires the 3. Here's Gibson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Gibson is a handful to deal with inside at times. Good at forcing the defense to foul.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And both free throws good from Gibson.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots are huge.
It's LeVert on the wing. There's the triple. Nails the triple.
You know, this is why they go to LeVert, guys, because he's shown he can come through for his teammates.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Harris looking it over. Pass to LeVert. Now the pass to Chioza. Allen for the 3. Misses there.
For the two-way game of Payton, much to...
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo,
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA. Pay date. It sure can. All right, DA, thanks. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at the Hornets. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And checking out New York. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And you know, for the Hornets, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Rozier, Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Bridges, and it's Graham in at the shooting guard. And for the Knicks, Barrett is out there with Alfred Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Harkless in at the small forward. Here's Gibson. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. Randle on the follow.
Ooh, this is what makes Randle so special. His ferocity on the boards is admirable.
Here's Biyombo. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Barrett kicks to Randle on the money from 12 feet away. Different styles of basketball, and you know, we're talking about Coach of the Year here. What style of coach did you prefer to play for?
Well, I just wanted a coach that was honest, that held everyone accountable, and allowed us to get out and run. You want a coach that believes in the talent that he has and doesn't hamper anyone's skill set, doesn't hold anyone back based upon their offensive philosophy. The game is changing, so hopefully you have a coach that is flexible. Hopefully you have a coach that is forward-thinking, and you have a coach that says, let it fly. That might be the most important skill set of a coach, in my opinion. One that says, hey, you got an open shot, you better take it. The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And the shot goes down.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
And stolen by Graham. Passes it to Rozier. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Washington's got his second basket of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Gibson finds Payton. Over Rozier. Fades. And it's Payton getting it to go. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Bridges passes to Biyombo. The quick look, no good that time.
Defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression. Give it up for the D. No fear. You risk getting posterized. You know what, though? You still take them on. Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
And Randle throws it down.
That's a major league catch and flush right there. Randle's not a high flyer, but showing some explosiveness at the rim that time.
Washington, that's good. Washington's got 6.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The pass to Randle. Over in the corner, Harkless. Pass to Barrett. To the paint. And Gibson kicks to Randle. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Hey, the key is confidence, which is exactly what Randle displayed there, taking and connecting. Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. They keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step. And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Puts it up off the inbound, and Harkless pulls it down. The Knicks have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night, and they pick up 2.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Down low, here's Bridges, and he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Robinson comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Maurice Harkless. Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. Rozier against Payton. Robinson left side. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists tonight.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play. Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Randall, and again, it's New York.
Great recognition from Randall, seeing an opportunity to rise and fire and making use of it.
Here's Zeller. Here's Graham. Zeller, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Julius Randle getting it done for the New York Knicks. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Well, I love the ball movement so far, G.A. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
Portis is out there with Knox. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in at the 1. They're the group New York will start the second with.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Graham. The Knicks making the shot. Shoots over Bullock. Here's Zeller. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, it's fun watching Zeller work on different parts of his game. His pump fake is hard not to bite him.
With every position creating offense now, which big men do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop is giving him the freedom. Joel Embiid, we sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up in the post, he doesn't usually give you his back. He faces up, triple threat, gives you a jab step, a counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like Embiid.
Hornets trail by 4. Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
And so here is New York following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Robinson. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Robinson's got 10 points.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Bullock following the bucket by the Hornets. Here's Ntilikina. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
There's Bacon, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Ntilikina kicks to Bullock. Knocked away. Batum with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Graham with the bucket. Graham's got the lead up to 5 now for Charlotte.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Kevin, and you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
And the dunk by Zeller.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
They get the rebound. Robinson got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. The putback, it's good on the putback. Now it's a 7-point Hornets lead.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Bullock over Batum. Here's Robinson. Oh, that's blocked. And here we go. Hornets running again. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Mitchell Robinson, and it's blocked. Bullock with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Oh, looking to connect with the open man, Portis. He's got the right mentality out there.
Here's Zeller, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Knicks trail by 5. Bullock, good. Bullock's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
That one misses, and New York will come the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Here's Ntilikina. Rozier defending. Pass to Bullock. Outside Portis. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Knox.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Here's Batum. Buries it down low. Batum's got 5 now.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shock over the defense.
And here's Bullock from the arc. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's Charlotte. They lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. Hey, folks. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they... And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say, guys? Miles Bridges, an impressive effort here today.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
Yeah, Jay, he was very creative in how he orchestrated the offense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Bismack Biyombo. Washington out there with Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 guards. Hornets leading by 5. Banked in off the glass. He's got 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Count that bucket.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Hornets. It's stolen by Barrett. And Gibson, here we go. A rebound by Washington. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Biyombo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on R.J. Barrett. For Charlotte, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they had 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Here's Graham. Knicks with the rebound. Right side Gibson. Out to Payton. Over in the corner, Randall. Dishes to Gibson. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
It's amazing how far Randall has come. I mean, from a role player to budding star, and he's not done yet.
Here's Graham. 8 points for him. Over in the corner, Rozier. A 3-ball. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Gibson. And Ellington is subbed in for Harkless. The Hornets also with the sub. And Bacon's checked in for Bridges. Robinson misses. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Randall. Kevin Knox comes in for Barrett. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Payton. Now, here's Rozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Seller. And the Hornets miss again.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Knox, the pass to Portis. Lays it up off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
For Charlotte, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Rozier with the ball. Picked up by Portis. Here's Seller. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Biyombo's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Bullock passes to Portis. Kicks it to Robinson. Ellington inside the three-point line. And no good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. To the middle. Rozier, the pass to Biyombo. Baseline try. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Incredible effort from Rozier. I mean, he's such a great rebounder for his size.
Ellington with it. Biyombo on him. Robinson kicks to Ellington. Back to Robinson. Batum with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Rozier's got the ball. Fires for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Bacon's got 11 points. Pass to Ellington. Over in the corner, Portis. And there's the feed to Robinson. High shot from 10 feet out.
And you see how fundamentally sound Portis is? Excellent job of sharing the rock right there.
Takes a three. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Hornets lead by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Mitchell Robinson out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Bullock in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And the Hornets with possession here. The Knicks making the shot. Zeller passes to Rozier. Now the pass to Bacon. 6 to shoot. And here's Biyombo, covered by Payton. Biyombo, no luck.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for him tonight.
And here's Bullock from the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Batum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They lead by 1. Zeller. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. No good off the back of the rim. Now here's Payton. Pass to Ellington. Out left to the wing. For 3, Bullock knocks down the 3-ball. And the Knicks lead by 2. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Batum finds Biyombo. Back to Batum. Pass to Bacon. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. That's no good, but only his first miss in 6 shots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Robinson dishes to Bullock. Batum grabs the miss.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's denied.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
So for the Knicks, Julius Randle's checked in for Bobby Portis. Harkless comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Barrett subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Yep, that one goes.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Another shot. Passes to Bacon. Here's the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Bridges checks in. Payton finds Gibson. New York moving it around. Harkless the bounce pass. The pass to Barrett. Now Gibson puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Graham. Good D by Payton. For New York, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
It's tipped and stolen by Zeller. And now here's Rozier, the fast break champs. Washington, that's good.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
And then Randle slams it in.
As the game tightens up, that's when Randall seems to loosen up. Big bucket.
The Hornets trail. 1:10 left in the fourth. Pass to Graham. And Zeller kicks to Graham. Inside, Gibson with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Yes!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Here's Graham. Fires from the corner. It's rebounded by Barrett. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Payton finds Harkless. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Charlotte making a switch here. Biombo's checked in. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Payton passes to Gibson. Out to Payton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Shooting from New York, Julius Randle.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And we've seen Randall flourish with more responsibility. He's in his prime and playing his best ball right now.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. From deep three-point range, and it's Martin missing. Three-pointer off target. So it's New York picking up the win. Some good. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
The tallest building in the United States. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. And for New York, Randall out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then it's Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. And Randall throws it down.
Some agility shown there by Julius Randle with that frame, able to find a way to score.
Here's Bonga, defended by Harkless. And that one's good. Hachimura. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Hachimura. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
And there's Randall on the assist from Gibson. Randall's got 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
That one good for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Passes it to Harkless. Outside for Randall. Outside Gibson. Payton right side. Just 5 on the clock. Barrett wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. The Wizards with the lead. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3 ball in his last year of college. Hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor. He is really versatile. And I feel like he's putting it all together.
Harkless on the wing. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Barrett kicks to Gibson. Over Bryant. No good from Gibson.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
There's a minute 34 left here in the first quarter. That one goes. Count it.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now, here's Barrett. Defense right on him. New York moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Gibson. Over Bryant. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency, shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Knox the pass to Randle. Back to Knox. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Smith. Pass to Ntilikina. New York needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Washington leading now by 7. Smith kicks to Robinson. The pass to Hachimura. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. 3 seconds left. Misses at the rim. And so it's the Washington Wizards heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at the Wizards' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Reggie Bullock. Portis is out there with Knox. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Here's Hachimura. Off target with his 3.
They're still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. It's time to bring up the rookie leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in the NBA since the All-Star game. Well, you look at Hachimura, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
Well, he continues to improve. I mean, since the break, he's taken it to another level, looking less and less like a rookie every day.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
The shot, no good. And New York the other way now. Wizards beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Washington.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Ntilikina passes to Knox. Bullock with it. Robinson on him to the inside. Portis kicks to Bullock. Rebounded by the Wizards. Here's Robinson, banked in off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Wizards lead.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Robinson finds Smith. And here's Mahinmi. Robinson pulls it in. And a fast break now for New York. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart. with their passing.
So for the Knicks, it's checked in for Portis. Ellington comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Peyton in for Frank Ntilikina.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
And stolen by Peyton. Here's Barrett. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist. Barrett's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra, coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and that's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
Napier passes to Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Robinson passes to Peyton. Good on the bucket. Peyton's got his first 2 points. And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
On the wing, Bryant. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Knicks, Randall comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And Harkless is subbed in for Knox. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Mahimi's checked in for Wagner. 6 to shoot. Here's Mahimi.
Yeah, way to play in it.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to that was a shaky first quarter for New York. A big part of the problem was their defense. And that's a...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets into foul trouble. You see the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that way.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier, and it's Bonga in at the 3.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
The shot by Harkless, no good. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Bryant passes to Napier. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Yeah, the man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Hachimura, and that one, good. Hachimura's got 13 points.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Ntilikina in for Elfrid Payton. Robinson's checked in for Washington. Smith comes in for Shabazz Napier. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And the Knicks making a change here. Portis is checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Harkless kicks to Ntilikina. Back to Harkless. Pass to Ntilikina. Inside. Portis, the pass to Gibson. And no good for Washington. They've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Bonga. And again, Washington, no good.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Here's Gibson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Commend the physical play of Taj Gibson. He brings that every night when he's shooting. He's skilled at drawing contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Knox is checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Ellington is subbed in for Ntilikina. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Mahinmi's checked in for Bryant. Gibson passes to Portis. New York moving the ball around. Passes it to Ellington. Outside Gibson, a 3-ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Gibson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Knicks.
Gibson got that shot off pretty quick there, ready to pull as the ball was approaching.
The putback. The Knicks pull it in. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Wizards trail by 5. Here's Smith. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Portis. Here's Knox. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just way too easy as Kevin Knox rises up for the dunk.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Smith scanning the floor. Outside for Robinson. Hands it from downtown. Robinson's got 9.
Terrific job by Smith to dish that one off to his open teammate right there.
Stolen away. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. It's tipped and stolen by Ellington. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And it's Bullock in the corner. He dishes it to Ellington. Robinson kicks to Ellington. Shot clock at 5. Out to the right wing for 3. Bullock. They get it again. Here's Knox, and the rejection by Mahinmi. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Knox. And a change for the Wizards. Brown's checked in. 59 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Some solid defense from Robinson. Payton passes to Portis. Dishes to Robinson. Back to Portis. Trying to get open is Robinson. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Robinson's got his second basket of the game.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Mahimi passes to Hachimura. Mahimi, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Payton finds Robinson. Stolen by Robinson. In transition, here come the Wizards. Smith's running. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Hachimura.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Payton surveying the floor. Harkless. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Hachimura. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Knicks lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Bryant. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Barrett with the ball. Robinson picks him up. Here's Randall. Harkless on the wing. Trying to get open is Robinson. The shot by Harkless, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Brown. That one wide left.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
With the shot, he can't get it to go. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Floats it up for Randall. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Randall getting up there, explosive vertically on that play with great timing.
Here's Napier. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Randall throws it down.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here. That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's Bryant. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Knicks leading by 8. Harkless the pass to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
So you wonder if the coaching staff is encouraging these kind of nights and aggressive play from Randall to take over.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Brown the pass to Hachimura. Right side, Bryant. Over Robinson. Robinson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Robinson finds Bryant. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant. And the Knicks making a change here. Gibson's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Bonga's checked in. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Randall passes to Harkless. Out to Payton. The dish to Barrett. To the right side. That's good from Randall on the assist from Barrett. And that's 18 points for Julius Randall. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant or play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett.
Oh, got the momentum. Randall's a terror when he gets those steps underneath him right to the rack.
Bryant dishes to Brown. Here's Napier. From outside, off the mark. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And the shot goes in.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Knicks on offense. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Harkless. It's good. Harkless has got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Knicks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Julius Randle.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Harkless. Lets the 3 fly. Bryant with the rebound. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown finds Napier. And here's Bryant for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
I remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Payton attacking. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Bryant.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Bonga. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Stolen. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.